lovelies, hope you're all doing well. Blush Lily here with another pick a card reading, and this one's going to be all about what parts of you still need healing. Sometimes we might not even know that there's something deep within us that is preventing us from living our best life, from having the job that we want, from traveling, from having the beautiful relationships and close connections that we really crave. But there's something deep within us that is just not letting us get there. So in this pick a card reading, we're going to be taking a look at which parts of you still need healing so that you can move on into that happy state of mind, into that abundant state of mind, and basically have all of your wishes come true. Because let's face it, we all know that you are worth it. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and start with your reading. Alright, my lovelies, so for today's reading we have three gorgeous options. Option number 1 with a clear quartz. Option number 2 has selenite. And option number 3 has fluorite. So go ahead, take a deep centering breath in, make space for this reading, see which crystal or which pile is calling out to you. If you need a bit more time to make a decision, please pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Alright, my lovelies, so if you were drawn to option number 1, here are your cards. So wow, this is a very intense option, I feel, guys, and we have a lot to talk about. So we've got the Earth card, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. So there's this deep feeling of not belonging. You guys feel that you don't belong here, and you feel like, because I am getting a lot of starseed energy over here, but I feel that you don't belong. You feel like you really don't belong, like you're from another place, from somewhere else, another planet, another galaxy, another time period. I feel a lot of you literally could be feeling that you're from a different time period, like you resonate more with, I don't know, ancient Egypt, you know, some of you I'm even seeing like 1800s, 1600s. I feel like you want to like sort of go back in time and be there. And some of you guys are feeling that, you know, you'd rather like be in another galaxy altogether, and this is not home, and you're like, what on earth am I doing here? Okay, then to be fair, we have this beautiful card, 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Look at these two love cards, both in reverse. We also have financial constraints, walking away, martyr. We have victory, death, color. So like I said, there is this part of you that feels that you do not belong. And I feel that with the to be fair card, it has a lot to do with the fact that you're seeing a lot of injustice. You're seeing a lot of things that you just can't get your head around. You're like, how is this even possible? How can you people treat each other that way? How can you do this to this beautiful planet? How can you do this to Earth? How can you do it to like whatever it is you're doing to animals, and so on and so forth? So I feel that you guys are just like, I don't understand how this could be done. And with this color card, I'm seeing that right now you tend to be seeing life in black and white, and for a lot of you, life has just lost its colors. So you guys could be 40 years of age, you could be life path 4, you guys could also be 27, 36 or 38. Life path 11, which is 2. Life path yeah, we've got 4, and we have life path number 9. So what I'm seeing, guys, that needs to be healed is that martyr energy and that color energy over here, because I feel that you guys are just feeling dead inside with this earth and this death underneath. Okay, this signifies endings and beginnings, but it's almost like you guys are stuck in this end stage. Okay, I feel that you guys are just feeling dead inside, and because everything's not fair and you're not open to love, and you just want to walk away and hide. You've had enough. This is what I'm feeling with you. You guys have had enough. And I feel that again, something so unfair has been done to you. For a lot of you, it's love. But you see, with this Martyr card, this has a lot to do with, you know, those religion. So maybe you guys grew up in a very religious family where somebody has been a martyr and they made you feel like you have been a martyr, or you yourself have decided that because of your spiritual path you need to let go of things like money, let go of things like love, or, you know, it's almost like you say you're thinking that because you're in spirituality, you know, you need to sort of restrict yourself in one way or another, and that, you know, money, power, sex, love is not part of being spiritual, okay? And the thing is, this is what needs to be healed, is that understanding that our experience here as a whole is extremely spiritual. Like, don't get caught up in this, like I keep saying, it's like this, you know, like commercial spirituality, this pop spirituality that's becoming more and more sort of popular right now. You guys don't have to sacrifice your life to be spiritual. Like, being really spiritual is accepting yourself completely, is, you know, enjoying life completely, is understanding that the universe, the spirit, however you want to call this amazing energy that is absolute pure love, expressing itself through you, you know, and that includes you know, being wealthy and being prosperous and being abundant and having love. But you guys, I'm just seeing that you guys have really closed off, and you like, I'm going to dedicate myself to spirituality, I'm going to dedicate myself to service, I'm going to dedicate myself to that cause, you know. Some of you guys might be fighting for something, or you guys might be in some sort of like oh god, I keep wanting to say a cult, but it's not a cult. You guys might be in some sort of like a community that is really focused on one thing, you know, or another, and maybe it's like a charity sort of thing. But it's I feel that you guys are living in the past, and that has a lot to do with addiction to self-pity. So a lot of us, we find our way into spirituality because we have had a lot of trauma in our life, because we had to go through hell and back. But sometimes when we go through hell for one reason or another, maybe because we have been going through hell for so long, we tend to want to stay there. Okay, and that's what this martyr thing is about. This is, you know, being addicted to self-pity, and it's not coming as you know, you're bad or you're wrong for doing this. No, it's a coping mechanism, but sometimes we get stuck in those coping mechanisms, and it's really hard to get out of it, you know. That's why you guys have this more martyr card, and that's why you feel this isolation, okay? But the thing is, opening up to love is a great act of courage in our day and age, especially if we've been hurt over and over again. And this feeling dead inside also has a lot to do with you. There's a fear of success and a fear of victory I'm sensing very, very strongly, and that too needs to be healed. There's just this fear of happiness. If I could have a summary of this, of pile number ones, I'm even finding it hard to speak for one reason or another, but I'm just sensing that you don't even want to talk about it, you don't want to think about it, that you're so set. It could be because of your age, or it could be just because of that fear being with you for so long and becoming part of you. Well, you thinking that it's becoming part of you, but it's just this fear of success and fear of love, of intimacy that really needs to be addressed, because you guys, you are afraid of sort of, I'm hearing dreaming in color. You guys are afraid of experiencing happiness because it's so uncommon, because you don't remember, or some of you, like, it might sound very, very sad, but some of you don't even know what happiness is, and that is just heartbreaking. Okay, and you sort of limit yourself to those financial constraints. You limit yourself to saying, like, sort of giving up before trying. But what is most heartbreaking in this reading, at least for me, is that you're not letting loving connections through. You're not letting your soulmate through. You're or even if someone is next to you right now, things are really not working out. There's this fear of intimacy, and that really needs to be healed, really needs to be addressed. And another thing for you guys here is that death is not the final card in tarot, and death as such is not the end. It's the end of one phase of your life and beginning of something beautiful. Okay, so you don't have to sacrifice anything to be spiritual. You don't have to sacrifice any, like, understand that the spirit does not ask you to sacrifice anything. It does not ask you to take something from your life. It wants you to experience things and then make a decision of what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. And another thing I'm hearing is that you guys, I feel a lot of you are empaths, and I feel that you guys really need to stop putting the weight of the world on your shoulders. With everything that's going on, it's very easy to be swept away by negativity. But what I'm seeing, guys, is what needs to be healed is you opening up. You really opening up. That fear of success, that fear of intimacy needs to be healed, because don't be afraid to dream in color. There's really a lot of positive experiences in life, and spirituality, true spirituality, is quite demanding, because we go through awakenings, we go through the dark night of the soul, we go through and this is another thing I'm hearing. It's almost like you're stuck in this dark night of the soul. You don't want to come out because you're so scared of happiness, that of wealth, of abundance, of intimacy, of happiness, that it just keeps you there, that you're like, no, you know what, I'd rather, like, you don't believe that it's possible. And that is what needs to be healed, that you need to believe that it's possible. And you guys really, I feel that you guys are walking away. A lot of you are walking away from loads of opportunities, and since I picked up victory with this, I feel like 27, 28 is are important numbers. So it's either your age or life path number 9 and 1. Okay, those are very important. You guys tend to walk away. It's almost like the spirit gives you an opportunity and you walk away, because it's either you don't see it at all, or you keep thinking that this is like, there's like somebody trying to trick you, or it's too good to be true, or it's not going to work out anyway, so sort of why bother. So this is very, very important for you guys to heal, to sort of address. And the last thing that I want to say here, again, with this walking away, it's learning when to walk away from things that are really dead, like relationships that are dead. It's letting go. You guys hold on. I feel somebody really holding on to the past, holding on to relationships, holding on to old things, holding on to old jobs, and very much holding on to that belief of lack, holding on that to the idea that you need to be a certain way to be accepted, to be a certain way to have money, to be a certain way to have fame. Okay, don't be a martyr, you guys. There's really, really no need. We come here to enjoy life, okay? And without you standing in your way, there are other people and situations that will try to make sure that you don't do that. But this is your you're absolute right, and one of the reasons you're here to enjoy life, to experience it. And it's so tragic when you have to be stuck in a little bubble all by yourself, because you keep thinking that the world is full of enemies and full of people who can't give you love. Again, it all stems down to our childhood. Everything does. Okay, and if it's not our childhood, then it's something that we have brought from our past incarnations, ancestral drama, our DNA, things like this. Okay, but I really like this. Two cards being turned is absolutely tragic. Okay, and I just want you to know that you absolutely can enjoy life and be wealthy and be abundant and have success and have those beautiful connections after you heal those energies that are really holding you back. Okay, and pile number one, like I said, you guys are going to be very intense, and so you were, because there's loads of things. But don't despair, don't be disheartened, don't feel like, oh my god, everything is like dark and gloom. Everything and anything can be fixed. Okay, it's all about your attitude, and it's all about taking those baby steps. Okay, and how to heal it. There's loads of healing modalities that you can explore. Okay, things like Reiki, meditation, therapy, what is it, anything and everything that you feel comfortable with. Okay, but don't be another thing I want to say, pile number one, and probably for all piles, don't be tempted to go into this spiritual bypassing. Okay, don't be tempted to sort of sit there and meditate and ignore those issues and sort of say, I'm going to meditate them away. No, they really need to be addressed, they really need to be healed. And yes, it might feel uncomfortable for some time, but it's part of the evolution, and it's going to be so much brighter on the other side. Okay, because it's time, it really is time to walk away and leave this energy behind and not be a martyr, and feel the spring within you, feel the blooming of love, of abundance, of just this gorgeous energy within you. Anyways, my lovelies, that's all I have for pile number one. I hope it resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, and make sure to take good care of yourselves now, guys. Bye. Alright, my lovelies, so if you're drawn to pile number two, let's go ahead and take a look at your cards. Alright, my lovelies, so here are your cards. We have the Addict. Okay, we have Building Blocks, Storm Warning, Magician and the Mirror, the World. We have the Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. We have the actual healing card over here. We have the Void, Stop, Embrace the Winter, Great Cosmic Womb. And we have another Magician over here. Okay, guys, I want you to see, because I can already see that this pile is literally heartbreaking. This whole reading is heavy, but and I was really contemplating whether I should do it, but I just, because I knew it would be so heavy, but I just really felt called that everybody who's watching this really needs to hear the message. And this pile number two, I mean, wow, guys, I'm really sorry for everything that is going on right now, and what I'm seeing here is just, wow. You should really be proud of yourself for coming this far. And with this healing card, I'm seeing that you guys are doing this healing. Okay, so with the Storm Warning, Magician, the World, I want you guys to see that there are 1, 2, 3 number 10s over here. You guys got 3 10s. We have number 28, which is also 10. Okay, so you guys could be life path number 1, a lot of you, number 5, number 8, and yeah, 2 or 11. So I am seeing that a lot of you have gone through something so extremely traumatic. Some of you guys have been backstabbed by your nearest and dearest. You have not seen this storm coming. With the storm warning, I see that there was the storm warning, but it came without. It was from the back. I'm hearing backstabbed. I'm hearing a lot of ancestral trauma that needs to be healed. There's an energy of having a lot of aggression, a lot of addictions, a lot of violence in the family, in your ancestral line, in the bloodline. I feel that it's just it's so deeply encoded in it's just wow. I'm very drawn to this addict, and I'm very drawn to the magic over here. A lot of you guys could have magicians, wizards, witches in your ancestral line. It has a lot to do with clearing the ancestors. Loads of to do with ancestors, and loads to do with you being backstabbed. A lot of people, like literally somebody has been murdered, somebody has been there's loads of darkness. Let me tell you guys, there's loads of darkness. But again, with the 310s, you and the world, you guys are coming to the end of it. A lot of you have been doing so much healing work that I want to applaud you, and I'm taking my hat off to you, because you guys have been through it. It's so dark and it's so heavy. And you guys, for me, the storm warning, this is a tower energy in the tarot. And you guys are, you might not feel it yet, you might not know it yet, but it's loads of things are being rebuilt. Your whole system is being rebuilt. Your DNA structure, the energy in your DNA that you're going to pass on to future generations of yours is being rebuilt. But let me start with this addict card. I feel that a lot of you are actually had physical addictions. Okay, so it could be something ranging from things like overeating, overthinking, to something more serious, to actually having substance addictions. Some of you could have alcoholics, or could have had alcoholics, abusive alcoholics in your family, okay, with a very difficult childhood of being neglected. This is, I'm seeing you trying to push it all away as a kid, but it's almost like the darkness is sort of surrounds you, and it goes into different direction, and you're trying to push it away, and you're trying to hide. There's been a lot of hiding in your childhood. You're hiding from somebody who's abusive, you're hiding from somebody under the table, you're hiding from somebody in another room. You're trying to make sure they don't come into your room. You're trying to make sure that the darkness, this heavy energy, is not coming into you. But with that card, I'm seeing that unfortunately it did. Okay, and I'm so very sorry that you guys had to go through that. Okay, and it just cut off your, you started hating your ancestors, you started hating your lineage, you started really resenting it because of so much pain, of so much shame and guilt that it has within you. A lot of you, you don't want to resonate with your country, you don't want to resonate with your nationality, you don't want to resonate with your lineage. It's almost like you're ashamed, you're so like, you don't want anything to do with it. Okay, so you disconnected with the whole ancestral lineage. And the funny thing is that a lot of you came to heal this ancestral lineage, so it will need to be healed, my lovelies. You are the chosen one. For a lot of you, you are the chosen one. You have come here to resolve. And I know it's sometimes it seems unfair, and it seems like, why me? come on, I just want to be happy, I want to have my life in order. But the thing is, why you is because you have this magical power. There is magic in your DNA, literally. You guys are psychics, you guys are wizards, you guys are witches, you guys are clairsentient, you guys are intuitive. There's a lot about you, but you don't see it. And that magic within you, that manifestation magic, that crystal magic, that healing magic, it's not working because it's not healed. And this is what needs to be healed. You know, apart from your ancestors, apart from being able to heal trust issues, you guys, like literally, this is so beautiful. It's really tragic and it's really hard, but it's so beautiful because you guys, when you do heal it, the world is your oyster. Like, you literally are going to surprise yourself at how powerful you truly are and how much blessing there is in disguise of everything that happens. It will help you awaken your true power of being the magician, like literally magic. Like, I actually mean it, magic. Being able to create things, being able to communicate, even with the deceased ones. You guys can be mediums if you want to. You guys need to heal that addiction on the physical level of whatever it is. For some of you, it's overthinking. It's things like, you know, OCD, ADHD, things like this, panic attacks, sleep paralysis, things like this, you seeing things, hearing things that are supposedly not there, okay? And a lot of it has to do with fear, and you guys are really not opening up to that magic. You guys are really blocking the energy of lineage. But I need you guys to understand that although it might sound like woohoo, you know, and like crazy, your ancestors are really trying to connect with you, and I want you to know they actually come through now, and they're saying, please tell him or her, yeah, that it's not all bad, that our lineage goes very, very far back, and there were very like honorable people there. There were people who you would be proud of. There are people who are really trying to help you. There are spirits that are really trying to help you, and there are spirits that are really trying to show you and teach you this magic, this knowledge. And like I said, it might sound crazy, but everything sounds crazy until it's done, and everything seems impossible until it's done. And they're saying, I know you are on your knees. I know that you you feel like you've no tears left to cry. I know that you feel that this is like the end, but this healing is actually taking place, that they are helping you. And this is all about rebuilding. But what needs to be done now, guys, apart from healing I feel like physical is very, very important right now, because and I will explain why. Because normally we need to heal the mindset first, and then the physical follows. But right now it's not even about healing, but it's about taking it away. Because whatever it is you do, whether it's sugar, whether it's alcohol, whether it's something more serious, that thing is really interfering with the healing energy and the messages coming through. So if you stop with that, yeah, for some time, then you will be able to get this information on how to heal whatever is inside you that is attracting it. Okay, do you see what I mean? You will be able to hear. It's almost like, you know, imagine somebody walking on the street with their headphones on, with music blasting, with dark glasses on their phone, and people trying to talk to you, and like cars are honking and whatever. You're not seeing. It's like you blocked yourself from the spiritual world. You blocked yourself from the ancestral line. And one of the reasons you're here is to clear your ancestral line big time. And then you need to understand that a lot of healing, because if you connect with your ancestors, they will help you with your healing big time. Okay, big time, because they can do that for you. But because you're not accepting them, because you're resenting them, because you're saying, I don't want anything to do with that, okay, or because of the pain, of the fear, of whatever, you're resenting it and you're trying to do everything by yourself. But they're saying, no, let us help, because this embracing winter, great cosmic womb, you are going through a rebirth. And you're making it more difficult than it has to be, really making it more difficult than it has to be, by separating yourself from your ancestors. And your ancestors, they can help you heal. You know, this is what I'm hearing very clearly, that if you connect with them, if you let them, and you know, sort of embrace who you are, because what they did in the past, it doesn't define you. And I can understand, and I can absolutely relate, not wanting to relate to that, to what they did, to who they were. But you are the chosen one. And through healing yourself, you will heal past and the future. Through healing yourself. But they want to help. You are helping them, and they want to help you. It's a two-way street. So with the void, a lot of healing will be happening as you sleep. A lot of healing will be happening in your dreams, in meditation. And right now, you might not even know it, but healing is already taking place. Because those blocks are being built, but you had to be completely destroyed with that storm, with that tornado. Because everything was built, like the foundations that you had, they were wrong. Okay, the foundations were based on fear, on previous tragic. So before you can rebuild something, the old needs to be destroyed, and that's what the storm warning is about. And I want to talk about the world. Some of you really, again, I feel like you don't resonate with who you are, with your nationality, with your place where you are, with like just people. You're like, no, you know what, this is not me. I am not this religion, I'm not this race, I am not this nationality, I'm not blah, blah, blah. Okay, but the world, this is the thing that needs to be healed as well. That you need to understand that you're not defined by your skin color, by your race, by your nationality, by where you were born, by your ancestor, that we are all one. And I feel, again, it's because you sort of disconnecting with the world, you're disconnecting with you just want to disconnect. This is what I'm hearing, disconnect. But by disconnecting, you're cutting off that cord of energy, of healing energy. Okay? So, yes, a lot of trauma. Yes, a lot of addiction. Yes, even physical abuse. Yes, a very stormy childhood and even stormier adulthood. But the power is in your hands, literally. For some of you, you guys could be healers, Reiki, but I'm seeing that it's almost, again, do you see how dark this card is, and sort of just the darkness of this everything. I want you to know that number 10 signifies that you're very close to the end. So just hold on for a little while longer. This is what I'm feeling. And the world in tarot is completion. It's number 21. It's the end. It's coming as a whole. I feel that you're just being guided to hold on for a little while longer, because a lot of you pile number 2s, I feel that you guys have already done loads and loads of healing, but it's just a nudge from your ancestors, from the spirit, to let you know that your physical body needs a rest from whatever it is you're doing. A lot of you guys might be overeating, indulging. I'm seeing some of you drinking like energy drinks, loads of coffee. You guys have got to let your heart, stop. Like, this is what I'm hearing. They're just saying stop at least for a couple of days, and let us talk to you. Stop, sort of like with your phone. Stop with just sit with it. Like you keep trying to avoid this trauma, this drama, this energy, but just sit with it, because from it, in it, there is loads of magic. Okay, loads of magic. Great cosmic womb, you're being reborn as something so much more beautiful, so much more stable, somebody like magic. Like you guys don't understand how magical you are. Literally, you'll be impressed by what you can do at the snap of a finger. Loads of things will be coming about, manifesting. And I feel that a lot of you guys could also have issues with your body image, with your body size, shape, you know, your dimensions, things like this. Lots of you guys might not be accepting. You might think that you're ugly. You might think that you are too skinny, too fat, too tall, too short, too whatever. If some of you have some sort of disability or some sort of, like I'm seeing like a like eczema or a rash or pimples or things like this, like some sort of skin condition. They're saying again, it has a lot to do with what you ingest and the stress. And like you're already stressing and you're trying to relieve the stress by taking whatever it is you're taking, but it's actually doing the opposite. It's actually clogging up your pores, clogging up your insides, and your skin, your body is literally trying to cleanse itself, and it sort of, that's why it surfaces on your skin, the pimples, the rashes, things like this. It's your body trying to clear itself and telling you that, hey, something's not right here, but you, because it makes you stressed. Do you see the vicious circle? So it's almost like stop. And things like coffee and things like sugar and things like whatever else are very, very addictive. And if you smoke as well, they're saying like your teeth, like something with your teeth, to really be careful about your teeth, because whatever it is you're doing right now, it's really damaging your teeth. And like, I don't know if you guys knew this, but even when you stress out, your teeth, you know, they can crumble and become weak and things like this. And if you drink things like energy drinks and anyways, I don't want to preach, but they're just saying that, you know, this is something to really take care of, to pay attention to your teeth, your skin, and of course your beautiful mind. But be strong, hold on, because that healing is already taking place, and you guys have been doing loads of healing, and just carry on. But don't forget to connect back to your ancestors, because they will give you that energy, they will give you that push. You will feel that rejuvenating energy that you're trying to get now from outside. It will come from within, because your DNA, I'm seeing it's only like certain strands of your DNA are being activated, and like you're blocking the other ones. So building blocks again, it could be rebuilding, which I'm seeing, but you're also like building blocks, you're literally blocking things. So don't wait for another storm to come in and destroy things. Okay, destroy those blocks, because yeah, you really don't need that. All right, my lovelies, so that's all I have for pile number 2. I hope it resonated with you. I'm sending you all my love. I know it's a very difficult time, and I am seeing like you guys have been through a lot of things, but the end is in sight. Literally, the end is in sight, but don't cut off the help. Anyways, my lovelies, take good care of yourself. Like, share, subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming videos. Take good care of yourself now, guys. Bye. Alright, my lovelies, so if you're drawn to pile number 3 with this fluorite one over here, let's go ahead and take a look at your cards. Alright, so we start with Not For You. We have the Queen, number 23, all tied up. Angel of Balance in reverse. We have number 2, Journey. Knight of Swords, the Star in reverse. 4 of Swords in reverse. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanism density, addiction, let God in, and you are the universe. So you guys could be 23, you guys could be 29, 48 for some of you. Life path number 8, 5, 1, Yeah, and back to 8. Um, wow. So with you guys, I am sensing a lot of there's a lot of female energy that needs to be healed. With a lot of you, it has something to do with your mom, something about having a very difficult relationship with your mom that is literally tying you up. Even now, talking about getting the energy, I feel like I'm tied up. I feel like yeah, even talking for some reason is becoming more and more difficult. So I feel like you might have had a very difficult relationship with your mother, or it could be an older sister. But for a lot of you, I feel that this is your mother, where you weren't allowed to express yourself. You weren't allowed to express yourself physically, you weren't allowed to express yourself emotionally. That's what the old tied up thing is about, where you know how they tie little baby elephants with like like a spike in the ground and the rope, and they aren't able to move. They grow up and they still can easily be tied to that same little spike with that little rope, which they can now easily sort of pull out, but because their mind is conditioned to think that this spike and this rope is holding them, they're not even trying. And this is what I feel it is with you. First of all, your feminine, your divine feminine needs to be healed, because it's really traumatized, it is really crushed, and it is really, I'm very sorry, guys. I'm very, very sorry. Like my heart really goes out to you, because you guys are queens and kings, whoever is watching it, okay? And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. This is talking about your divine feminine, but mostly I'm seeing that you guys have had dysfunctional relationships with your mother. It's either they were indifferent or they were narcissistic, abusive, and they kept telling you with that not for you, not for you, queen. It's almost like they keep telling you that you're not good enough, that you won't ever amount to anything. They keep telling you that you are just like, I'm hearing very nasty things. I'm not going to repeat them, but I'll paraphrase it, like, you little, like, poo poo, you little brat, you, like, why are you here? You weren't even supposed to be here. Like horrible things, like you should never say to anybody, let alone your little children. Okay, but I feel that that divine feminine within you, that receptivity, that intuition, that femininity, that sensuality, your sexuality is also very, very blocked. For a lot of you, feel sacral chakra, and you don't even hope anymore. You just feel hopeless, desperate. It's almost like you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to wait for, until the time runs out, until somebody or something puts me out of my misery. And you keep having nightmares. There's loads of nightmares. And the thing is, you have decided, as a coping mechanism, you have decided to completely shut down that inner queen, that inner goddess, that inner feminine, and you just have this overload of masculine, of aggressive, of moving forwards, of trying to prove things to people, especially to women. And you might have issues with female authority, or with authority just as it is. You might feel like just uncomfortable, but overall you just feel that a lot of things, and especially good things, are not meant for you, because you kept being told you don't deserve it, you don't deserve it, you don't amount to nothing. And for some of you, you guys, with that overload of masculine, you're actually trying to prove a point. But you're trying to prove a point without even realizing it. You're trying to prove a point to somebody who might not even be alive anymore. You're trying to prove a point to somebody who I'm sorry to say, that doesn't care. It's almost like we tend to be stuck in those modes of being little kids, and still trying to prove to our parents that, look, mom, I can do this, or look, dad, I can do this. Am I lovable now? Am I good enough now? And the truth is, the sad truth is that for some people, you will never be good enough, because they were never good enough, and their parents were never good enough, and their grandparents weren't good enough. Do you see how this like toxic pattern that transcends through generations? But the thing is, you can heal it. You really can heal it. That divine feminine, that soft, that beautiful energy. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, but especially if you are female, that really needs to heal. Because if you guys have children, or if you guys will have children, or if you guys planning to have children, okay, that nurturing energy, that like, if you don't heal it, this is going to sound like really weird, but it's almost like you're going to have to compete with your children. You're going to have to compete with every other woman out there. You're going to have to compete. Like, you feel like you have to compete. You see women, other women, not as like sisters or friends, but you see women as somebody to compete with. And if you are a male watching this, you see women as somebody who sort of just takes and takes and takes, and gives you rubbish and makes you feel horrible. And so like somebody is toxic. It's basically toxic femininity, but it's all tied up. This is what needs to be healed. What you need to guys understand is, you being where you are, again, I feel, because this is a woman tied up as well, and she's sort of like, her femininity is there, but she's hiding it, and she's sort of hiding behind the bush, and she's sort of hiding in the darkness, okay? And with the angel of balance in reverse, again, this has a lot to do with your divine masculine, divine feminine. It has to do a lot with hormones. So your hormones might be like all out of whack because of that toxic femininity. And a lot of you guys, you, again, your sensuality, your sexuality, your expressiveness, your creativity is blocked, because it all comes from this beautiful divine feminine energy that needs to be healed. Loads of you cannot move on or move out from your house or move from your country, relocate, because of that same thing, because you were made believe that you are not good enough. You cannot advance on your life's journey, and for some of you, you literally can't change the location of where you are, even though you really want to, because you were made believe that everything good is not for you. Be happy with what you're given. Be grateful with what you have. It's almost like you ungrateful little brats. This is what I'm hearing, like, for some of you. And you're like, okay, and you have this pattern where you're like, okay, I'm not going to ask for anything, because asking for things gives you anxiety, literally gives you anxiety, because you couldn't ask of things, for things from your mom or from your dad, because it just made them angry. They just get like, be happy with what you have. I'm doing everything for you. And they gave you this feeling of guilt. They gave you this feeling of shame. They gave you this feeling of being afraid that you might be like, what you have might be taken away, so you just have to really hold on to what you have and not ask for more, and just hope nobody takes away what you already have. That's why you're not in a divine feminine, in a feminine mode, where you give and receive freely and you allow things to flow. You're in this masculine, tied up, aggressive, where you're guarding what you have with everything you have, and you think that you really have to be guarding what you have really, really aggressively because somebody is coming to take it away, and you know, you really have to fight tooth and nail for what you had, and everything comes very difficult in life, and so on and so forth, which is of course not the case. And for a lot of you, again, you keep trying to move out, you keep trying to move, but it's like your past is holding you back, and those limiting beliefs are holding you back, and this crippling fear of disappointing your parents is holding you back. But I feel it's like on a subconscious level, and you're not letting God in, you're not letting that inner guidance in. Coping mechanisms, again, we had addictions in pile number 1, but I feel pile number 2, I do apologize, you don't understand that you are the universe and that you are a master manifester. There is also loads of magical powers within you. I think we had magical powers in pile number 2, but that hopelessness, it's almost like you keep trying to charge forwards, but you keep going around in a circle. You keep trying to break the cycle, but you end up repeating it. Break the cycle, repeating it. And it's because you keep trying to break the cycle by doing the same thing over and over and over again. But this needs healing. The divine feminine needs healing. You need to grow. It's almost like growing up. This beautiful, like growing up. Becoming this beautiful woman or this beautiful man. And not trying to prove anything to your mother. Not trying to prove anything to your parents. And understanding that those restraints, that you are not a little baby elephant anymore. You are a big elephant, and that rope and that stake in the mud in the ground, you know what? You can easily just toss it away. Nothing can stop you now. You're unstoppable. You can go wherever you want. You can achieve whatever you want. But that hopelessness, okay, it's really holding you back, because the star is such a beautiful card. But when it's in reverse, it's about being hopeless. It's about stopping to believe in your dreams. It's about sadness, and like I said, I'm seeing that you guys, you're having a lot of nightmares. Some of you might even have sleep paralysis. You guys are having you're restless with that Knight of Swords. You keep trying to push forwards, but you keep going round and round and round and round, and you're restless. You can't, you don't want to be where you are, but you can't move for some reason, and that's what needs to be healed. You thinking that you're not good enough. Okay, coping mechanisms, you use, guys, a lot of things to cope with that anxiety, because it gets to you. Of course it's getting to you. It will get to absolutely anybody. And you use a lot of coping mechanisms, such as shopping, such as, again, overeating. We tend to do that a lot in today's society, unfortunately. And I'm no exception. That, you know, sometimes instead of dealing with the emotion, instead of addressing it, instead of changing it, we just mute it with food. We eat, we snack on something, we go watch a movie, we disconnect. Okay, but instead of just sitting there and seeing what is causing you to do that, what is causing you, sometimes, a lot of times, it's on a subconscious level, so you might need to get guidance and advice from somebody else, somebody who can access those areas of your beautiful mind. Okay, it could be like regression therapy, it could be hypnosis, it could be some, like, if you guys know, like, people who can properly go in your subconscious. Okay, it could be psychologists, it could be loads of people, it could be Reiki healers, but, you know, like proper Reiki healers. It could be mediums and loads of people. I mean, whatever modality you're most comfortable with. But I'm just saying that sometimes you need somebody from the outside to take a look and say, you know what, this is a limiting belief that you have, and this is what's holding you back. And the thing is, those beliefs, they can be really, really sneaky, and they can hide in different things. So sometimes it takes time to clear all of those ropes away and see, wow, this is what's been holding me back. But what I'm seeing, guys, even this reading, it's not coming to you by accident. This divine feminine needs to heal. This thinking that something good is not for you needs to be healed, because you have the power. Literally, you guys have the power with the Knight of Swords, and you have courage, and you guys are brave. But again, it's a masculine energy. It's a masculine energy where with the queen, when the queen is healed, when the divine feminine is healed, it's about receptivity. It's about things coming to you. So it would be for you. For you. You see? And I feel that, yes, getting out of where you are now, living somewhere else, will really help you with your healing. But this part needs to be healed first so that you can advance. And then, because I feel that you guys have a very strong connection with the earth, have a very strong connection with the stars as well, but right now it's blocked by the anxiety and restlessness. You can't seem to stay in one place long enough in your thoughts, in your body, to get that. And I feel that if you guys could go for a swim, like literally swimming, or like laying on the waves, laying on the water, even if it's a swimming pool, even if it's a bath, but just laying and letting your body, like literally your whole body, relax. Even if it's just for 10 seconds, where you just lay there and count slowly with each breath, 1, 2, 3, and until 10. Because your body and your mind are so tense. You're not allowing yourself to relax. And this is really messing up your hormones. And this is really messing up your travel plans. And this is really messing you up in the sense that you can't go wherever it is you go. And this just restlessness. And you are the universe. This is about your manifestation powers. You're a very strong manifester, but again, because you keep going around in circles, you have lost faith in yourself. You have lost faith in everything. You have lost faith that there is a better life out there. You have lost faith, all because of that toxic feminine. What we believe in becomes our reality, but sometimes we don't see clearly those limiting thoughts. Sometimes, like I said, they're very sneaky. They hide under different things. They pretend to be other thoughts. They will try to take you away into again, overeating, watching a movie, getting into another relationship. And again, this has a lot to do with your sensuality and sexuality. And I feel a lot of you guys, even if you are in a relationship, you haven't been feeling sexy. You haven't been feeling, even if you are making love to your partner, I feel that you are not fully present and you don't get as much out of it as you could. Okay, you're even like doing lovemaking, your mind keeps going into different directions. Your mind is just not there. You're thinking about your body, you're thinking about what you have to do, you're thinking about loads of things, a lot of insecurities with being a woman, a lot of again, you not being able to express yourself, you feeling like you have to hide your sensuality, your sexuality, your creativity, your emotions. I'm feeling just like hide, hush. Keep it on the hush, keep it on the hush, okay? And you guys, again, even you just keep trying to protect yourself with being overly masculine in your traits, with being overly masculine in your energy. And you might look like very feminine, but the energy around you is just that you have your guard up big time. And it is also a coping mechanism that needs to be addressed, that needs to be healed. But my darlings, what can I say? The energies are all here. The healing energies are all here. And it can be done. It can be healed. And like I said, for you, I'm feeling this beautiful water dancing. Move that body, move those hips, belly dancing, Arabic music, Spanish music, whatever, like reggaeton. Okay, move those hips, get that sexuality, sensuality flowing. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. If you're feeling ashamed, don't do it like in front of other people, but get it flowing, and you will see the creativity. I've been watching TikToks lately, and I'm seeing there's those guys there, yeah, and the way they dance, the way they move their body, the way they move their hips, I'm like, oh my god, like loads of girls can't do it. So like if you are a man watching this, like don't be like ashamed of dancing, or like thinking that what I'm saying doesn't apply to you. It applies to everybody. Moving our body, moving our beautiful lower part of our body, our pelvic pelvic bones, pelvis, our booty, our tummies. It gets the energy flowing in our lower chakras, and it gets us in the mood. Okay, so this is what I'm feeling for you guys. It's a lot of physical, okay, but it's also about really dealing with the toxic feminine in your life, whether it's your mother, whether it's your future whether it is your past spouse, whether it is your sister, whoever it is, it needs to be healed and addressed. Again, everybody is different, and there are so many healing modalities, but what I'm seeing, to get that sexuality flowing, to get that sensuality flowing, and music does magic, you guys. Music and dancing does magic. It really raises our vibrations. And since you have all this amazing energy, okay, instead of feeling restless, instead of feeling like you need to run around and do things and multitask and keep yourself busy, take some time, put on some amazing tune. Like literally, I highly recommend like beautiful Arabic belly dancing tunes, or some Spanish, like put some Shakira on, like, and even the way she dances, wow, isn't she amazing? Okay, and dressing up beautifully, taking care of your body, just massaging your body, just feeling, just caressing your skin, feeling how soft your skin is, applying moisturizer. Again, like I said, it goes for both men and women, because men, they may need to take care of their divine feminine as well, of their feminine energy. So it doesn't have to be maybe to the extent that like a woman would do it, but still it's a part of you. It's part of taking care, and then you can receive that energy, that healing energy that wants to come in. And then from that place of being calm, of feeling beautiful, of feeling free, of your hormones, of being balanced, you can carry on with your journey, and you can stop going around in circles and actually get to your destination, to wherever you want to go. Because you are the universe is within you, and when the universe is tied up, there isn't much that that can be done. The universe wants to experience itself through you. The world wants to open up to you. This is what I'm really hearing, because you are a queen, a king, very royal energy. I feel that you guys might have even been royalty in the past, very, very possible. But yeah, guys, this is what I'm seeing. Like I said, the healing energies are here. They just need to be turned around, and forget that knot, because everything good is for you. You deserve things that are amazing. You deserve nice clothes. You deserve nice places. You deserve amazing, loving, caring, tender relationships. You deserve to feel like the queen or the king. You deserve to feel and get, feel passionate, feel sensual. You deserve to get satisfaction, while making love, or just satisfaction out of life. All right, my lovelies. So that's all I have for pile number 3. I hope it resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful reading. Please like, share, subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming videos. And take good care of yourself now, guys. Bye.